are you interested? It's more so we have to go and find those deals. And it's the same with the smaller deals when it comes to asset selection of residential property. If the property is a very, very good asset at a very, very good price, then it's highly likely that you have to go and chase that deal. It's not going to be sent to you in an email. Yeah. A real estate agent's not going to call you and bug you to buy it because those types of assets, they just go.
Mm-hmm. And they seem to be like the worst house in the worst street as well. And that's why I'm saying go up there, or not just to Queensland, but wherever it may be. Get out of the house. Don't just look at what you can see on the internet, because things can be construed quite a bit on there.
It's important. It's important to get some groundwork for where you're looking to invest.
And speak to the locals as well. I mean, that's one thing I want to do. With other investments, upcoming and whatnot, is go there, speak to locals, see what a specific street that I'm interested in, or for example, or at least a suburb anyway. Get a feel for it. I mean, if it's riddled with crime, maybe it might not be the best investment because it might not give you the best return. And again, if interest rates go up or everything flips a little bit, at least you kind of protected yourself by going, lucky I didn't buy there because it's decreased by 50, 60k within a month kind of thing. So one thing that we always live by, I think, is buy the worst house in the best street so that the rest of the houses lift the value of the asset that you've purchased. Would that make sense to you?
Look, the what's going to do most of the heavy lifting is the comparable sales of the area. So it doesn't matter if you've bought a bad house on a relatively good street, because if all of the other houses are starting to do classy renovations, and the whole area's looking at gentrifying, where that means that all of the old sort of generation is dying out, and you've got a new generation coming in, and there's trendy cafes nearby and all of that sort of thing. That means that whole suburb's going to get an uplift. And when a valuer comes in and values your asset, whether it's been renovated or not and all of those sort of things, but what it's generally looking for is the comparable sales within the area. So having a renovation and adding value and all of that sort of thing is a good way to manufacture equity. But if you're in a suburb or in a street where the market's on the rise, then that's where they say the location does 80% of the heavy lifting. Yeah. So picking the right location, picking the right street, picking the right area of a suburb, because usually there's two or three different pockets of a suburb, and one's a good area, one's a not so good area. So getting up to date and up to scratch on all of those things to make sure that you're focusing on the best possible outcome for yourself.
Guys, I think that's going to wrap us up for another episode. We hope you took a fair bit away from that. Asset selection, it is important, the next level type of important, and make sure you do your due diligence in every aspect when it comes to property investing. If you have any questions, please send them through to info@luxland.com.au. Otherwise, you can contact myself, Mark Vittori, or Zar Azmi personally on our Facebooks or LinkedIns. And we'll speak to you guys next episode. Thank you.
See you guys.